It's just a gay dude and a girl. And then there's hella shit. There's hella shit. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, we can. Like, ironically, we can, bro. Like, wait. I mean, I think
she's not coming to my.
Hold up. Let me just click on a random clip.
Getting double jaw surgery is quite literally the most beneficial thing that anyone could do in their entire life. Getting double jaw surgery is quite literally the most beneficial thing that anyone could do in their entire life. You know, especially if you're on social media, right? Social media is very reliant upon looks.
I'm not gonna lie, he had the worst outcome. The worst outcome of being a white person and saying the N-word is a black dude who doesn't want to fight you, but he wants to debate you. And that already happened. So, like, that's the part that, like, if I was white, I wouldn't say the N-word because, bro, some dude's gonna, like, actually, like, want to change my point of view, and, like, I probably wouldn't be racist. Like, he would be like, bro, why do you say that, bro? Like, you know, all the shit we've been through. And then he, like, brings it up, and, like, once you actually hear it, it's just like, you can't say it now. I don't know. That's like,
sure you guys have come to.
That's the worst outcome. You get jumped, you hate them.
Observations that every gym influencer is good looking, every content creator to a large degree is good looking. These people aren't, you know, blowing up and going viral, you know, solely due to the fact that they're putting out good content, right? To bridge the gap between being ugly and malformed and going viral with good
Nigga sub 5.
Good content is just so absurd nowadays with, you know, the algorithm and short
Like, he's
form,
clearly, like,
so
his cortisol is clearly peaked years ago, bro. Like, I have way more, bro. Like, his cortisol, no, bro, Clav is in a cortisol deficit, bro. I have way more potential. And I, like, you know, I'm not on Melanotan. You know, I just
quite
like,
literally you need to do surgeries. Getting a job with how competitive
and I don't need a double jaw surgery to get a job. This nigga's not getting a job. I don't know who he's talking to.
today's job market is. H-1B visas.
I lied. He might.
You know, we're talking about remote jobs where you're competing with a pool that's larger than ever before. You need
What?
that. Can Accutane fix sebaceous filaments? That's a good question. Can Accutane
That
fix
is a
sebaceous
good
filaments?
question.
That's a
Wait,
good
wait, wait.
question. It absolutely can.
Yo, bro. Wait. What the fuck?
Accutane will reduce the size of your nose by about 40%, quite literally, within the first month of you using it. So it really can make.
Yo, you come out as a meth head, it's just like, it comes with so much other baggage, bro. Like, this, ever since he said he does meth, bro, like, they just,
a huge difference
allegedly.
in terms of, you know, your nasal width, your
So how do you balance meth like within life? Like, because you have to
bro,
work out.
Get out of here. I hate sneak out. Wait, where'd you hear nasal whip? Wait, I gotta rewatch it. This is like a good clip.
Fix sebaceous filament.
It's the only clip that they not watch.
Can Accutane fix sebaceous filaments? That's a good question. It absolutely can. Accutane will reduce the size of your nose by about 40%, quite literally, within the first.
Wait, bro, he said nasal drip. He's talking about niggas who do nose candy, bro. I thought it was a good question.
Month of you using it. So
bro,
it really can.
He got me, bro. I thought that was a good question. I thought he was talking about like, will it fill it in the bones of your face? Like some dude wants to get rid of his acne, so he's on Accutane, and he's asking Clav for some reason.
Make a huge difference in terms of
what?
Your nasal width, your nasal bulbicity, all these different phalos.
He said width. I thought okay. He said width. I'm not gonna lie, what I said is true.
You're never gonna want to stop Accutane though.
Never mind. What I said stands. I finished the clip. Okay, yep. It was out of context, but it stands, bro. I don't know what the fuck that nigga just said.
That can Accutane though.
You're never gonna want to. This is a gold mine.
Clap, how are you a virgin? You're CL, man, because I got morals and shit. What's your opinion on Romulus? I don't really have one because there's nothing going on. He's a good-looking dude, obviously, extremely good-looking. But we're talking about a guy who is a top-tier model before he even knew what looks maxing was, right? He was born
Bro said I still don't know why to this day.
that way, and that's very evident. I don't think anyone believes the guy.
Yo, that's actually something I'd be paranoid about. Like anything that has to do with STDs or MADE. Like, bro, I will get tested. Like, I'll get tested if I'm having like relations, right? But like, if I just think about it for a second, like a month later, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go back. I gotta spin back to the center. Gotta test.
Ascended, and he's
gotta study real hard for this one because I haven't had any relations, so I don't know. You know,
good-looking guy, better looking than me. So props to fucking him. Congrats with this whole modeling career.
I have never heard this nigga say that. I have never. Who is he talking about?
Clap, how are you a virgin? You're CL, man, because I got morals and shit.
Oh. It depends how old you are, but it don't matter, bruh.
What's your opinion?
Just don't. If you're gonna look smacks, just don't call it that, bro. Like, people been doing this forever. Just not this shit. He'd be like smashing his face with a hammer.
Romulus. I don't really have one because.
Oh, I also know a dude.
He's a good
dude.
Obviously, extremely good looking.
He's like, okay, he's like close. One of my boys. He fucking injected it in his arm because he was scared of like intravenous injections, and he had like a bubble. Because he was putting it in the fat, and I don't know if he got surgery.
He even knew what looks maxing was, right? He was born that way, and that's very evident. I don't think anyone believes the guy ascended, and he's a good-looking guy, better looking than me. So props to fucking him. Congrats with his whole modeling career. I'm very happy for the guy.
Hold on.
I got morals and shit, man. What's your opinion on Romulus? I don't really.
Romulus.
I've befriended a lot of predators.
Out of context. It's a video called When You Find Out Your Friend is a Blank. I gotta look at this Romulus dude. The thumbnail's just like, I just want to like see what he's about. I'm not trying to like see a fucking. Okay, I guess I'll. Yeah, bro. Congrats on his modeling career and shit, bro. Congrats on his modeling career. Congrats on his modeling career. I don't know if I. Oh, wait. This is the ASU frat leader, or like no? I feel like ASU frat leader is recent. Okay, that was a funny joke. I'm sorry. I'm a little special. That was like, I'm like, r/whoosh. Oh, this is a fire Romulus. I like this not like that, but not in like a weird way. There was a lag switch on 2K that wasn't patched. I'll show you what the YNs have. I have some options for you too, in case you want to like overlook it and be like, wow, maybe they're not YNs. Maybe this is a nice firearm. Got two options for you. I gotta open a new tab. Oh, actually, bro, no, it's not even that. I think like white people. I'm like a quarter white. I don't think that's enough to like be like, oh, I'm not racist if I say some shit. But like, but like, I feel like most white people I know they like AR platforms rather than. Wait, no, they like the framing of like the assault rifle. They don't really like the short. What looks the most appealing out of these videos? Right, we got. Okay, wait.
So this is
I don't want to watch H3 talk about it.
I use crystal meth, so methamphetamine, for as a stimulant and to lean max, right? It's very suppressant of your appetite. It's a very long-acting stimulant. So this is something that I've started using in place of Adderall, right? Because Adderall is 75% dextroamphetamine and 25% levoamphetamine. So the levoamphetamine, I really didn't like it. It's too much of a physical CNS stimulant. So if you're trying to work, it just can be too much, too jittery. Whereas the meth is a little bit better in terms of its dopamine release. Just being targeted for the brain, crosses the
my place is I have a very weird thing about people at my places at that point in time, especially
Bro,
I've had people like come to
Cleb
my
love
crib
him some
unannounced,
meth,
essentially
man.
not break in, but like as close as
Cleb loves him some meth.
I matched with this young lady on Tinder, right? Basically, we text, we get to know each
In
other a bit, and eventually
GTA.
she invites me over. Okay, the reason
Some
she's not
math.
coming to my place is I have a very weird thing about people at my places at that point in time.
Why is he trying to frame it like it's like some educated substitute? But he literally said it's crystal. Like, what?
Especially, I've had people like come to my crib unannounced, essentially not break in, but like as close as you can get to breaking in without actually breaking in. I had roommates at the time, right? And sometimes women, like they would come and somehow just like get into my building, like probably like trail someone in, and then like they would knock on my door, and then my roommates would open the door and let them in, and then I would come home and I would just be like horrified because I'm like, woman, you're here. I didn't expect you to be here. Made me very afraid to link up with anybody at my crib because I'm like, they will just pull up unannounced. That's very scary. That's not what I like. You know, I don't want them to do that. However, me linking with this girl, I linked at her place, and I kind of wish we linked at my place. Also, real quick, before I forget, before I continue with this video, Q&A questions, if you have them, let me know in the comment section, okay? Let me know. Because here's the thing, okay? And there's kind of like a long lead up to this, but something about me,
Bruh.
when I'm linking up with someone, I like to give the runaround, okay? I like to...
Are you familiar with BRS? And thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Oh. I was trying to screenshot it because it was like 20 minutes ago in case I wanted to clip that. But yeah, just L streamer. It's not ironic anymore, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Make it super difficult, super hard, just, you know, to really make sure they're invested. But also, I'm kind of just an uneasy guy. So I'm like, oh, you know, I'm not really sure about you. Like, how's my linkage going to go? So I'm kind of being difficult. Like, if I'm linking with you and I'm unsure about you, I'm going to put you in a position where you need to show extra initiative to get involved with me to even get to that point. Like, if I'm linking with you and I'm unsure about you, I'm going to put you in a position where you need to show extra initiative to get involved with me to even...
Yo! She was just back there the whole time?
To get involved with me to even get to that point. Like, if I'm linking with you and I'm unsure about you, I'm going to put you in a position where you need to show extra initiative to get...
This nigga's playa.
Get involved with me to even get to that point. Remember, there's this one time I was balancing 2 links, okay?
She
like, I didn't know who
back
I was going to
there
go
the
with, but I was like, okay,
whole
I'm just going to walk outside and go where the
time.
wind takes me. Like, I'm like, eventually, I'm going to get an answer, okay? But I was texting one of them, and I was telling her, like, where I was. Like, I was like, oh, you know, I'm downtown. Like, I'm walking to your place, but I'm lost. Like, I don't know where it is. And she's like, oh, you know, where you at right now? And I told her this restaurant I was at. And she was like, oh, you know, that's not far, blah, 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 blah. However, there was something about it. She didn't give me enough initiative, okay? However, the other girl that I was supposed to see was like, oh, like, yeah, like, you should definitely come over. She's like, oh, like, I really want to show you, like, this band that I've been listening to, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like some nonsense, okay? But it was like, that girl, she showed the initiative. I'm like, okay, she really wants me there, so I'm gonna go with that one. I completely ignored the other one. See what I mean? It's like I'm putting them to a test that, like, they don't know that they're being tested, and also I know that they're being tested, but I don't really know what the answers are. It's just like, for whatever reason, like, I'm gonna find out eventually what it is I want. I don't know, they don't know, but they're going to do something I'm either going to like or dislike, and then that's how I decide how I go from there. See, now I know that sounds completely ridiculous and off-putting, but it's something that you can manage when you're an attractive human being, okay? You see women do it all the time, just being complicated for no reason, you know, with like a bunch of dudes or like a couple dudes until they figure out what it is that they want, and you know, it works out for them because they're good looking. It's very important that you as a person know what you can get away with in regards to how attractive you are. Anyways, girl, the story's about, I was giving her the runaround. I was walking downtown like, oh, you know, I'm lost, I don't know where I am. Eventually she finds me, okay? But then when she finds me, she tells me, she's like, oh, if I didn't find you soon, I was just gonna turn around and go home, which kind of puts me off a bit, okay? Because here's the thing.
She is pretty though, like
you can think that in your head, but don't say that to me, because now again the initiative is kind of being lowered. I'm like, okay, how determined were you in all reality? It's fine though. She did enough to come
let's see the nails.
See me anyway. So basically, we're walking back to her place right now. When we get back to her place,
The ring.
it's low-key like a shack, like literally a shack.
Whose ring is that?
And I'm like, I feel like that's something you should tell somebody before they come and see your
Is this the one whose nigga died?
place. Okay, so now she's too rich. She didn't know what a shack
Not
was.
rich.
So yeah, she is. But basically, like, this is the vibe
Oh, this is the rich one.
we're looking at. Okay, again, like wood, you know, kind of small, which the size isn't a problem, but it's
Like if you get kidnapped, that's like where they would like hold you.
yeah, that was very much the vibe.
This is definitely the rich one. The dots are aligning, bro.
Okay, but it's like I went there under my own consent. But it's like you see why this is like, if you are living in like this kind of place. I mean, not this one kind of looks nice, but like in this kind of place, like
Oh, yeah,
that's
that one's
something.
really nice.
Yeah, it is. But like you warn somebody about that. You know
I
what I
kinda
mean?
like-
So yeah, I'm there. I'm uneasy because I'm like, man, this is like literally a shack. But like, you know, we're cool and it's fine, whatever. And the thing is, there's no form of entertainment there. Okay, no TV, no laptop. We're literally both just sitting there in the
Bro,
dark.
oh my
Okay, which
God.
is fine. Like I yes, but at the same time, it's like, what are we doing? Sitting there chatting, talking about nothing because there's nothing to talk about. We don't know each other, okay? So if I knew that there was gonna be no sort of entertainment here, I would have just had her come to my place. Like it just, like I feel like it wasn't me that overcomplicated things, but it was like maybe she oversimplified things and things. I'm not a simple man, okay? I don't like these simple interactions. But more importantly, it's like, tell me these things before I get put in this position. All right. But anyways, we're talking about nothing. And then, we start like, getting into shenanigans. We exchange sloppy. That happens. But then, when we're about to sleep together,
Oh,
that's
I'm
when
a
she's like, oh,
bot.
like, hold up.
When the
Wait.
girl
I'm like,
comes
oh,
back,
I'm
I'm
listening. She's like,
throwing it
Bryce,
back
I
in
want to wait.
normal
And I'm
speed.
like, for one, this is just hookup. And in my mind, I know it's just hookup. So I'm like, okay, but like, wait for what? Like, what are we talking about? Okay, but I'm like, okay, cool. And then we go to sleep like in the same bed. But oh yeah, mind you, something about this bed, this is kind of random, but it was the loudest bed that I've ever been in my entire life. And the thing is, mind you, she did initiate this interaction, in bedroom athletics. So like again, like the let's wait wasn't a big deal. Like it wasn't like a lack
Oh,
of
that's
interest, like vibe
some
I was getting. But the thing is also,
Shaq
usually
shit.
when I get like, oh no, like we mustn't, like it's like too soon on the first link. Usually they go crazy on the second link. Reason being is because whether they know this or not, usually it's a test. Like usually it's just a test to like be like, oh, like if you're a chill guy who's gonna be like, oh, you don't want to sleep together right now, fine, whatever, and you just continue on with the link. Or if you're gonna be a weird guy who's gonna be like, what, you don't want to sleep with me?
They're probably upset.
Be like, oh, like if you're a chill guy who's gonna be like, oh, you don't want to sleep together right now. It's just a test to like be like, oh, like if you're a chill guy who's gonna be like, oh, you don't want to sleep together right now, fine, whatever, and you just continue on with the link. Or if you're gonna be a weird guy who's gonna be like, what, you don't want to sleep with me? And then like pout about it in the corner for the rest of the link. I want to tell you, I swear to God, there is nothing more attractive to a woman than not sleeping with her. Okay, like they be eating it up every time. My theory is they're so used to men that are fiends that are constantly creeping for.
It's like, nigga, I don't want to do those.
Or like constantly like, oh, sleep with me, sleep with me, sleep with me. When they meet a guy who doesn't, who's like not on that type of timing, when it's just like, oh, like we're just chill, we're chilling, they be eating it up, okay? Like not making the first move, I swear to God, it works every time. Now, mind you, again, like I'm handsome, so like that's a part of it, but at the same time, it's like the concept of it, like I see the vision. Also, the thing is, there's some very mentally ill women out there who think that like if you don't sleep with them, that means that you're not attracted to them, and then at that point, they become desperate for your approval, and then like try to creep on you a bit, okay? Now, mind you, that's kind of like a dark method to use, but at the same time, it's like, again, in action, like what are we really gonna complain about here? If my manipulation tactic, right, is not sleeping with you and like that causes you to want to sleep with me, is that really my fault? Like, is that really evil of me? Because again, I'm actively not sleeping with you. Like you could very easily just be content with that, but most of the time they are not. Like literally, I'm recording this video right now and she like keeps like trying to sleep with me. I'm telling her I can't, and she keeps like she's insisting more and more. Okay, the method, it's undefeated, it works. See, now after saying that, like she kind of like propositioned me 2 times. I was like, nah, like I gotta record this. So now like she's doing things to me as I'm recording this right now, as this message is like you see, she's not on the bed anymore. Like what do you think she is? Okay, use your imagination. Actually, in case any YouTube like moderator people are watching, that was a complete joke. She was in the bathroom. That nothing was going on of any scandalous nature. But like you see my point though. Anyways, yeah, with that little me handling it well, like, oh, I'm not gonna sleep with you, that's fine, whatever. I figured that, the next link, we were going to go brazy. Like, that just made sense to me, okay? However, we did link again, and I think this time it was at my crib because I didn't want to go. Like, is that really evil of me? Because again, I'm actively not sleeping with you. Like you could very easily just be content with that, but most of the time they are not. Like literally, I'm recording this video right now and she like keeps like trying to sleep with me. I'm telling her I can't, and she keeps like she's insisting more and more. Okay, the method, it's undefeated, it works. See, now after saying that, like she kind of like propositioned me 2 times. I was like, nah, like I gotta record this. So now like she's doing things to me as I'm recording this right now, as this message is like you see, she's not on the bed anymore. Like what do you think she is? Okay, use your imagination. Actually, in case any YouTube like moderator people are watching, that was a complete joke. She was in the bathroom. That nothing was going on of any scandalous nature. But like you see my point though. Anyways, yeah, with that little me handling it well, like, oh, I'm not gonna sleep with you, that's fine, whatever. I figured that, the next link, we were going to go brazy. Like, that just made sense to me, okay? However, we did link again, and I think this time it was at my crib because I didn't want to go back to the shack. And this link was basically the same story, okay? It was, oh, we're chilling, we're doing things, now, we start kissing, we start exchanging oral, but then when it's time, the big moment to happen is, like, I want to wait. And again, it happens once more, and I'm like, all right, fine, that's cool. Then we link for a 3rd time, and then the same thing happens. And then I'm like, it gets to a point where I'm like, what are we linking for? Like, what is our purpose in this life? Now, mind you, she had told me, she's like, the first time we ever linked up, like, I literally just wanted to sleep with you. That was all I wanted. I was like, oh, okay. you know, like I take that in and I'm like, I understand now maybe you have more of like an emotional investment in me, but I feel like since that's what you wanted and that's what I wanted, and I didn't say that's what I wanted, but it's like, since that's what I wanted, why don't we just both like indulge in that? The same phenomenon would happen again and again and again. Okay, now mind you, it would always be a little frustrating in the moment, but at the same time, in general, it wasn't that big of a problem because I was linking with other people. Like, it's not like I didn't have access to like one I wanted to get to. It's just like now I'm with her and it's like, okay, I'm kind of wasting a link because every time we're supposed to link and every time we're supposed to get there, it's like now it's like, oh, like I want to wait. And it's like, what? Like, why are you here? Now, mind you, I was not leading this woman on whatsoever. Now, me,
That's
I'm a
flawed.
habitual leader
Well,
on her.
no,
That's
no.
usually my go-to.
No, never mind. Not in this context. It's not.
But this one, like, I specifically, every time we would text, it would be like just a little bit of small talk, like, oh, how things going, and then boom, come over, right? And then like when she was over, we would hang out. There'd be nothing more. Like I wouldn't be. I mean, here's the thing. I'm a natural lover. Okay, so certain things come naturally to me. But I didn't think I was doing anything out of the ordinary. You know, casual, you know, grabbing of the hands, forehead kissing, cuddling. You know, things you do with your casual links. You know, like with your one night stands, except you know multiple nights. And there was never any sort of conversation about like, oh, you know, this is gonna lead to something more. You know, something between us in the future. Like yeah, like nothing like that ever took place. So I was just always very confused as to why like it seemed like we weren't on the same page as regards to like what it was. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I have this sneaky link who's sneaky linking incorrectly. Like they're not doing it the right way. So keep in mind, we never exceeded like the small talk level. Like I don't know anything about this woman's life. I never knew anything about her life. So again, like it's just very confusing that like the sneaky link wasn't sneaky linking. Okay. But then eventually like she told me like, she asked me like, oh, like, do you want to like go out somewhere and like do something? And I'm like, nah, like that's not really what I'm interested in. Basically I made it clear to her if she was going to see me, it was going to be a link up. She's going to be coming to the crib. I'm going to be coming to her crib. And then, you know, she messaged me. She's like, oh, you know, that's like not really what I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking for, I don't know how she said, but she made it clear like she wasn't looking for something casual. And I'm like, oh, you know, we'll take it easy. You know, good luck with whatever you want to go find. Here's the thing, what she did really annoyed me because personally I have this policy and I feel like it applies to everyone, okay? If you approach somebody, right, and you come to them and you accept a certain energy or like you lead with a certain energy and then you want to change it, like that's kind of on you. Like that's your fault. Like, this is not the only time something like this has happened, okay? Where someone, you know, they links with me, like they're pretty much my sneaky link, and then like later on they're like, oh, you know, I want to go on dates, I want to go out, I want to do these kinds of things. And it's like, bruh, if that's what you wanted, you shouldn't have agreed to sneaky linking in the first place. If you allow someone to set the precedent, or you yourself set the precedent of like, oh, you know, we're just linking, I'm just going to your crib, you're just going to mine, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden you want to start going out, you want to start going to events, you want to start going on dates, now you're weird. Now you're the odd one because you're changing the status quo. I forgot, what do people, there's a certain like group on the internet that calls them like house dates or something like that. If you go on a house date as a first date, you've kind of forfeited your right to very reasonably ask to go outside the house. Like you've made it clear that you're more willing to accept and sometimes initiate linking up with someone at their home, okay? And that's why it was always very frustrating to me when I was single and someone like for like the first interaction they want to go out, go somewhere, go on a date, because then I'm like, at that point, if like we start going on dates and we're people who go out like that, now I'm weird if I say, oh, like I don't want to go out, I don't want to do this. That's why a lot of y'all don't understand how important the first link is, okay? And that's why if you're just trying to hook up with somebody, bruh, do not take them on a date. Like I can't emphasize that enough. Like that just, it makes no sense and it's never going to end well for you. Anyways, this girl makes it clear she does not just want to hook up. We go our separate ways, everything's fine, right? And a few months later, I get a text from her. She's like, oh, like, you know, I'm ready to just start like linking up again. And I'm like, oh, you poor thing. You poor thing, okay? Because it was like, I feel like she had that first interaction with me being like, oh, you know, I can do better than this situation. Like I can go and like find a guy who like wants to date me, you know, who I like want to date back, blah, 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 blah. But that's not what she found, okay? She went out there, she struck it on her own, and she completely failed, okay? And she came crawling back to me like, oh, like, let's just link up. It was heartbreaking. Okay, but then again, like, it's like, I want to see the best in people. I'm like, mind you, I don't know what she was thinking because it's like, if I had spray, I would have heard this. It smelled so bad. Tricks on me. Maybe something like fell, like phone fell out of the pocket or something. Maybe I'm just hearing things, okay? I think I'm delusional. And then mind you, I also hear like cupboards like opening and closing, and I'm like, what, like, what's going on here? Like like the soap is obviously like right like above the sink, like it's not hard to find. Got a hand towel right there, like again, like there shouldn't be any confusion. By the way, she ends up walking out, right? And then we're chilling some more, and then a bit later on she's like, yo, like I have to pee again, like can I go? And for one, I'm like, you're asking me for permission. Like if you want to use the bathroom, right? But it's like, you're asking me for permission, why? But I'm like, yeah, like go ahead. She goes in there again, and again I hear brr, brr, brr. And now I'm like, I might not be tripping the way that I thought I was tripping, okay? But then again, like, it's like, I want to see the best in people. I'm like, there's no way she's going number 2 in my bathroom right now. Not that that would have been a problem. I'll get to that later. Anyway, she comes back out, everything's cool, and I end up falling asleep. She ends up falling asleep. We end up both falling asleep, right? Then we wake up in the morning, and here's the thing. we both had class this morning. When we both wake up, she's like, oh, like I think we both woke up to like an alarm or something. Like I don't think it was a coincidence that we both woke up because again we had class. I think we didn't have class together, but I think probably like at the same time. She's like, oh, like can I use the bathroom? And I'm like, okay. Now mind you, again, she's like, I have to pee, and I'm like, okay, go ahead. She goes in there again, and I hear, brr, brr, boop, boop, boop. And now at this point, I'm like, it's not deniable. Like she's absolutely going number 2 in my bathroom, but it's like I have to prove for myself. Like I have to smell this. But mind you, I can't just immediately go right in after her, right? Because then that would be suspicious, probably make things super awkward. Basically, we were both supposed to leave and go to class, right? It was clear that she wanted us to leave the building at the same time and probably like walk together for a little bit. No, that's not happening. She's trying to fool me into being into a situation where we're kind of like public, like being together. Now, mind you, obviously, like people aren't just gonna see us walking and think we're a couple, but it's like it's too close for my comfort. Again, I'm a very private person. I don't like people knowing anything about my life other than when I ramble about it on the internet. I don't want to risk anybody thinking it's my girl. Basically, I do some like BS where I'm like, oh, like I gotta get my morning routine done, like blah 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 blah. Mind you, at this point, I'm very clearly gonna be late for class. Like I think my class was like a 15-minute walk away, and it was like 5 minutes before class started. Basically, it's like spun some yarn, just told BS that I basically had to stay in my room for a bit. She ended up leaving. I'm like, thank God. I walk into the bathroom, and it smelled so bad, so bad. It was at that moment I knew I could never speak to her again. Okay, because here's the thing, it's not a problem that she went number 2. Okay, I know the headline's gonna be something that's kind of like ooh, I ghosted her because she went to the bathroom. That's not why. Okay, the reason is she specifically told me that she was going pee all 3 times.
I can't.
So it's like now you're a liar, okay? And it's if you're gonna lie about pooping when there's literal like proof, like I can go in and smell that you pooped in there. What else would you lie to me about, okay? And then it took me like a few months. I realized the cupboards, like her going through the cupboards, she was probably looking for some spray, okay? Now mind you, I don't know what she was thinking because it's like if I had spray, I would have heard the spray when she sprayed it. But the thing is, I didn't keep spray at the time because I'm like, nah, like I stand on business. Like if I'm gonna defecate, if I'm gonna go number 2, I'm gonna go number 2. I'm not gonna hide it from anybody, least of all myself. I mean, at the time I lived by myself, so there wasn't really anybody to hide it from. But like again, like I'm standing on it. Just like don't sit here and tell me that you're gonna go number 1 when you're going number 2. Okay, as simple as that. And also, because it's kind of disrespectful to me, not only the lie, but it's like you think I'm foolish enough to believe that. And you did it 3 times. Why'd you have to go so much? Like, how about you just go in once and then finish the job? Also, it's irresponsible to not tell me that like that you're doing that because what if I ate it from the back, okay, like afterwards? Like, what if things got hot and heavy? Well, like, what if I wasn't emotionally prepared for the fact that you had freshly gone number 2? Bluntly, there's just so much wrong with it, okay? Because here's the thing. If she would have told me, like, oh, I gotta go number 2, I'd been like, oh, like, go ahead, whatever. I'm just gonna sit here watching Black Mirror. It would have been fine. You could have finished the job, came out, everything's fine. Women go to the bathroom. It's okay. I have no problem with that. But you're gonna sit here and tell me that you're going number 1, that you're going pee, when it's very obvious that you're not. And again, you're gonna do it 3 times. You're gonna tell me the same lie 3 times to poop in my bathroom 3 times. And you're gonna stink it up. And it's gonna be loud. Mind you, I feel like she has to know that I heard the sounds. It's like at this point, I think it's very clear. Like I'm like, this is a weird individual. These interactions I can't have them. Again, it's like very clear. I just want to hook up, but every time like we're gonna hook up, she's like, oh, like let's hook up, and then it's like, wait, like let's wait a second. You're not gonna relationship me. That's not gonna happen. You lied about pooping in my bathroom. Now this is when you get ghosted. Okay, like you can't stay on the roster anymore after this. You get kicked off the team. And that's the story. I hope y'all understand it, right? Like I hope y'all understand like the vision, like what I'm getting at. The deceit, it's the lies about like what you're doing with your body. Okay, now mind you, again, I could have been completely fine in a situation where I don't know if I consider that me getting like led on, but like in a situation where I keep getting like, oh, we're gonna hook up, but we're not gonna hook up. We're gonna hook up, but we're not gonna hook up. I could live with that, okay? But you going number 2 in my bathroom after telling me that you're gonna go number 1, that's unacceptable. It's simply unacceptable. Like look me in my eyes and tell me, Bryce, I'm gonna go number 2 in your bathroom. Simply not that hard, okay? You know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, that is the story. Thank you for watching. And let me think, state of affairs, what's going on with my life? Oh my gosh, yesterday's video, how to pull women when they think you're weird and gay. That on Twitter, like they're thinking about that one a lot. I mean, while they're like finding reasons to get mad about that. Like people are genuine. For one, I'm getting called like like homophobic slurs, which is one thing. I always get called homophobic slurs, but like they acted like that video was like a bad thing. They called it rage bait. And I'm like, how is that rage bait? I'm just saying people think I'm weird and gay. I'm helping others who also people think they're weird and gay to, get into relationships, because people who are seen as weird and gay deserve relationships as well. Okay. Like I don't know why the hate is. Like at this point, I'm so obviously the hero and they're so obviously the villains. I don't know how they still got it confused. Now that they're on my tail on this platform, I think the manipulation tactics video is gonna have to come soon. Like it's very much gonna be a thing that has to happen. And again, this is a shorter little like story type video because my girl's still here, and basically I can't just sit around and yap for as much as I usually would. But the longer videos they're gonna come through. So
What if you put like a Eminem type beat really fast? Like if I just throw that bitch in like fucking like 2x and like start spazzing.
Pendo made it.
Nah. Nah, y'all not ready, bro. Oh my god. Oh. Joe? Joe? Do you mean they're making tools? You go, what the fuck, bro? Fuck you. Bro. I could have put it in. Wait a sec. Meow is crazy. Look at. Never mind. Never mind. No, yeah. Let's look at her
because
fit, bro.
I'm like,
What mics are these?
I feel spoiled. And
Gloves are kind of.
I don't know,
weird.
but part of it is
Oh,
like,
they're in New York.
for example, in my
You're indoors.
routine, like, I feel like I'm constantly the one making plans. I'm like, oh, I need to get control of my.
No.
Now,
This
having a
is like
baby
a
mama can be a very
terrible, like, recommendee. Why?
pivotal part of life,
Okay.
and also very important. So if you go and get the wrong ones, your life could be ruined. Now, here's the
Okay.
thing.
Bro,
having the
oh my
right baby
God,
mama doesn't
bro.
just mean having good baby mamas. It's very important that you have bad baby mamas, okay? They help facilitate your striving for greatness. If a bunch of your baby mamas are just being
Oh
nice to
my
you all the time, you're
God,
never
bro.
actually going to succeed, okay? Like, have you really stepped foot in life without a
Bro,
crazy
this
baby
nigga
mama?
did
Now,
a
that being said,
STD
I haven't
tier
quite stepped into
list,
life either
bro.
because, to my knowledge, I don't have a baby mama yet, all right? It hasn't happened. And I may never be a baby mama guy, okay? However, I'm still a baby mama expert, okay? I'm going to give you my resources. For one,
I think
I've
the
engaged in
clap
romantic
was
activity.
bad. Where did he find this,
The good thing
bro?
about it,
Like,
number 6, Kangroid. Number 7, gender herpes. Number 8,
okay,
gender
chill.
wart.
Chill. I don't want to hear the names. This was the final standing, you know. So yeah, the clap was like bad. Like it's S tier because it's bad, or oh wait, why would he rank him like that?
In relationships with many a baby mama. So I know exactly the role they play in their baby daddy's life. There was a lot of tea to come from the baby mamas, okay? Telling me about the baby daddy, tell me stuff about him, tell me about their relationship as it currently stood. Not that it mattered because I was like, what do you think I'm gonna do here? Anyway, my point, that's not my point. My point is, the baby daddy baby mama relationship, very important. That is not the only expertise I have, okay? Also, my father abandoned me and has 4 baby mama. Which, by the way, I just want to say, I always think it's very funny when people insult me and are like, your father abandoned you. And I'm like, I know, I was there. Like, it's not news to me. That's why people don't understand. Like, I'm genuinely a very sensitive guy. Like, people could hurt my feelings, but I'm also very good at processing things. So it's like, if you insult me by saying something that I already know, I'm not gonna care. You gotta introduce some new stimuli to really get me going. You gotta tell me something I've never heard before. That's gonna be hard for me to cope with. But then sometimes if I've never heard something before, I kind of just like won't believe it. Anyways, my dad, his 4 baby mamas. I've seen kind of how he maneuvers these situations. Other than just abandoning me, I know he had different situations with his other kids, their mothers, and seeing his mistakes and his achievements and seeing other men, in my life who I've known have baby mamas, and again, the baby mamas themselves. I think I've cracked the code on the perfect baby mama hierarchy structure, okay? So if you're a baby mama person, okay, I'm gonna tell you how this goes. Okay, we're starting with number 1, the first baby mama.
I'm not,
The first baby
but I'm
mama,
following.
she is going to be your rock. A baby mama hierarchy structure, okay? So if you're a baby mama person, okay, I'm gonna tell you how this goes. Okay, we're starting with number 1, the first baby mama.
Fuck. Okay. I'm still not following. Or I'm following,
The baby
but
mamas
I'm not.
themselves. I think I've cracked the code on the perfect baby mama.
Fuck.
The first baby mama, she is going to be your rock. Okay, she's going to be the linchpin of your team. She's going to be the captain of your baby mama squadron. You need her to be strong, okay? Have a strong spirit. She can't be, the brittle, like crying all the time. Like she needs to not put her hands on you. She doesn't need to do that. But she needs to lay the hammer down on you sometimes. She needs to get on your head. Maybe be a little bit petty, okay? A little bit of a mean streak. The first one, you want to argue with a lot. Okay, a lot, because for one, it's going to prepare you for other arguments with future baby mamas, which we'll get to later. This one, you don't want to sense any sort of danger, okay? Like, you don't want this to be one of your scary baby mamas, because if your first one's the scary one, she's going to monopolize the rest of the baby mamas, okay? She's always going to force herself to be, like,
Wait.
the most critical of the baby mamas, and she shouldn't be, okay?
What am
She's
I
the first one.
talking
Baby mama
about?
number 1, maybe she's been through some
What am I talking about? I don't have any baby mamas
trauma in life, okay? Maybe, and now,
that I know of.
mind you, not the kind of trauma that makes her a little meek, like, those kinds of people. Ugh, I hate people who
I don't recall.
handle and process their trauma in ways that I don't like. But anyways, those kinds of people right there, no. Okay, what you want is someone who's so like traumatized by things that they kind of can just maneuver through life, okay, and like things don't hit them the way they used to hit them. Like her becoming your baby mama, right, and you leaving, that should not be the worst thing that's happened to her in her life by far. The type of baby mama where it's honestly not that big of a deal if you're a little late on the child support. Now you're gonna pay it because again, she's stern, okay, very stern with you, but there's no crash out if you don't pay. When things get sticky.
This video is scaring me, bro. Like, Niggas be like, condoms.
You want to be able to call this baby mama and you want her to pick up the phone. And now, mind you, you don't want her to pick up the phone in a loving way. Oh yeah, by the way, this baby mama doesn't have feelings for you anymore. This one needs to be able to move on, okay? Because again, you can't give too much attention to the first one, okay? It's gonna ruin your entire operation. She needs to stay self-sufficient, even though she is requiring things from you. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you don't get off easy, but at the same time, she's not giving you a hard time, basically. Like, it's not impossible for you to keep your energy up to be able to participate in things with just other people, but also other baby mamas. Now, let's look at baby mama number 2 a little bit, okay? Now, this one is the bad one. Okay, this one's horrible. I'm sorry, I just thought something really funny. I remember I had a teacher in elementary school, right? No, it was high school. That's what made it worse. So basically, it was like this computer science class, but it was kind of like English. Okay, we're doing like some HTML stuff, and basically, he's like, okay, so here's how you do like the body paragraph, like the meat and potatoes of what you're gonna be doing, and we're like, okay, like we're listening, and he's like, okay, this is how you do like the header, the caption, this is how you do the font. And he's like, okay, now this is what you would put. Like, here's examples of what you would put inside the body, right? Which is more so like the meat and potatoes of what you're doing. He said it a second time, okay, mind you, and then the third time he was recapping, he was going through everything again, and then he got to the body. He was like, yep, and here's the body, the meat and potatoes, as I always say, and it's like, bro, you just said it twice. Like, he said it twice so he could then say, like I always say. But anyways, yes, the second baby mama, you want to be horrible. You want to be like your worst nightmare. Now, the thing is, some people would argue, I know some people would argue, maybe that should be like the third one, okay, or like one of the final ones. You know what I mean? Because now you have preparation, like you have more baby mama experience. But the thing is, no, you want to get it out the way. You want to get it over with, okay? So once you process how to handle this baby mama, then the world is your oyster at that point. So BM number 2, you want her to be a bit violent. You want to be scared, okay? Like you want to be the one where it's like, your phone rings and you never look at it the same way, because if it's her, you're gonna lose your mind. Like, to the point where you consider, now here's the thing, if you abandon your children, you abandon them. But to the point where you consider not being in this child in particular's life. And this right here is exactly why baby mama number 1 is reliable, because then when you're tweaking, you don't know what to do, you can go to baby mama number 1 for advice. Okay, she may not like you that much, but she's gonna understand the situation. As the father of her child, she's not gonna want you to be down bad, because she knows if you're down bad, that's worse for the kid. Yeah, so baby mama number 2, maybe she threatens. She threatens a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she's in the car, like with the child, she starts driving real fast, like, oh, I'll crash it right now unless you da 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 da. Oh yeah, by the way, baby mama number 2, absolutely still in love with you. Like, that one needs to be, like, there needs to be feelings there. Like, if you wanted to get back with her, she absolutely would, okay? But the fact that you never would because she's so crazy is exactly why, she's kind of, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, mind you, she was crazy when you met her, but like, it's reached a whole new level, and if you got back, like, it wouldn't really dissipate. And as far as child support with this one, you kind of just have, it's much more so of like a recurring payment type deal. Like, and again, this is why baby mom number 1's chill. In case you can't afford the child support on baby number 2 and you really need to lock in, she's not gonna help you out, okay? But like, she'll let you pay her child support. Sorry, I just drank water, and sometimes when I drink things, I cannot talk.
Should
but
I be writing this
she'll let you pay
down?
baby mama 2 before you pay her, right?
Not for,
you're the father
like,
of her child. She wants you to overall be okay. Like, do you see how the setup is
for
already
motivation?
coming together? Okay, it's already a thing. But yes, baby mother number 2.
Yo, Kai said I should have put this on the hate wall.
Lock in,
Imagine
she's not
this
gonna
on the
help you out,
hate
okay?
wall,
But, like,
bro.
she'll let you pay her child support. Sorry, I just drank water, and sometimes when I drink things,
Yo, hold on. Let me get a picture of the Kai said the hate wall. That's a fire background. Like that. Okay, new edition. But it's gonna leak what I sent myself.
Hold on, one more time. She got no hezzy, let him in cause that nigga be bready. Like, he a eater, and his costume back no daddy. Talking my shit. Hold on, one more time. She got no hezzy, let him in cause that nigga be bready.
Hold on. She's speaking. Hold on. Hold on. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this, bro. I want the other one, bro. Now I gotta go back on Instagram and do my due diligence. Bro, like, come on now. Okay. You say let him aim because that nigga be bready? Let him aim because that nigga be
Cause that nigga
bready.
be bready. Like, he a eater, and his car shoot back, no daddy. Talking my shit in a
And his card shoot back no daddy?
One thing I've wanted to
God is perfectly
One
fine.
thing I've wanted to say for a very long time, but I've never really had the
Perfectly
opening to,
fine,
is
bro.
having a job is like low-key embarrassing to me. Not gonna lie. Like, what do you mean you're going to work? You know, listen to what the man is gonna tell you to do. We got a comment right here from Yarks. Okay, this is where this video comes from. How about why I don't need a job as an adult? Next is on
No,
video
that
why
was
I
a
don't need a
bad
job as an
face,
adult. So everyone
bro.
shout out Yarks. But also, I want to show y'all something. Bro, this dude wrote me a long glitchy. Oh, it's glitching. Anyways, this dude right here wrote me a long paragraph. Yeah, there he goes. Wrote me a long paragraph.
Let him. Bro.
like, he a eater, and his car shoot
No,
back.
fuck that shit. Okay, no. The card shoot back. Wait. Why she have to do that? Why'd she have to stray away? Why'd he have to stray away from the dividends? What the fuck? What the fuck is this, nigga? Nah, bro. I'm so glad we're past this, bro. Hold on. I was looking for something else, bro. Let me find it, bro. It was getting later. Like, I found him.
These are the ones.
Oh no, I didn't.
These are the words of him who is holy and true, who holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts on the devil, and what he shuts, no one can open. Then he says, I know your deeds. I know your deeds, the Holy God of Israel. I know your deeds. He is talking in such a serious manner. The sovereign Lord. He says, I know your deeds. What is it that the Lord needs? gates no one can open. Then he says, I know your deeds. I know your deeds. The Holy God of Israel. I know your deeds. He's
Wrong
talking to the
religion.
sovereign Lord. He says, I know your deeds.
Amen,
What is it
though.
that the Lord
Oh, I'm close. Hold on. This is the same account I watched it on. It was getting lit, bro. Why does she have to stray away from the dividends? I would not be having to do this. Why were they in the sky? Now this is amazing.
Man's church
This is
to the
amazing.
man's church. Hallelujah.
Felt inspiration.
I shed a tear. That was beautiful. Was that AI?
Hey guys, you gotta stop glazing. Okay, you simply have to stop glazing. The thing about glazing is people don't understand, like they think it's all fun and games. Sometimes it's not fun and games, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. Honestly, it kind of depends on who, but it also kind of doesn't, okay? But the problem is, say you go on here and you glaze, let me think of some movies. You glaze
This nigga said you can glaze underground rappers all you want because they would never DM anyone over. Oh.
Shay Gilgis Alexander, okay? Shay Gilgis Alexander could have your girl. I'm not saying in a sense where it's like he literally could. I'm saying in theory he could reach her. You know what I mean? They know how to do things like that. It's the same reason why celebrity crushes are actually like an issue if you think about it, okay? But the thing is, not everyone realizes this, okay? Man or woman. I remember one time I was talking to this girl and she said something about a celebrity crush, okay? I can't remember. It was it was pure glaze. It wasn't something that was like outwardly disrespectful, but it was more so like just like gushing like a little bit. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh my gosh, he's so hot, like I want to sleep with him. Like it was like, oh, like, you know, like that kind of, like, you know, there's like a difference. I wish I could remember exactly what it was, but I remember it was weird enough for me to point out like, yo, like, that's a bit weird. Like, I don't think you should do that. And she was like, what? It's just a celebrity. At that moment, it made me realize I can never mess with a woman who has not, at the very least, been in some form of contact with celebrities. Like the fact that in her mind, that like the person she glazed was like just a celebrity, like not like not a real person in her mind, it's an issue. Especially if you're an attractive woman, okay? Because the thing is, again, we know rappers, athletes. When I tell you, if an attractive woman has over 5,000, over 10,000 IG followers, they can find her. I promise you, they've already found her probably. Now, whether or not she entertains them is up to her, okay? But what I'm saying is it's more likely that they're going to want to entertain these situations when all of a sudden out of the blue, oh my gosh, this
I didn't
this
post
celebrity,
it.
they just texted me, oh, Playboy Cardi. Like, what? I never thought I would ever get messaged by Playboy Cardi, and here I am. You're just putting yourself in a bad position. If your girl or guy, my hair looks terrible, by the way. Like, I know, just completely ignore it, though. But if your girl or guy can completely, like, fangirl or fanboy out over, like, a simple DM, a simple meeting somebody, like, that, it just doesn't look good for the solidness. Man, I'm losing my touch. The solidness of the relationship. It's like the yaps, like they're still there, but it's like I hadn't yapped for a bit. So it's like now the yaps, they got to warm up again. I got to get back to peak yapping. But anyways, okay, most people understand. It's like, I think nowadays people understand, especially with social media, how easy it is to access people, that like celebrity crushes, like that's like a weird thing. Okay, but the thing is, imagine your ex, your current, your next gets involved with your celebrity like crush, you know what I mean? And now you're glazing someone, that doesn't always mean like you want them. I don't mean it in that sense. But I mean, say again, you're glazing Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Next thing you know, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander DMs your girl. What are you gonna do? Like, you can't play it off. Like, you like, you know, I don't know if you've seen those TikToks, but there's sometimes they're like, oh yeah, like we broke up, you know, and I texted his like favorite rapper, his favorite rapper texted me, blah 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 blah. You can't let her know that, you know what I mean? Like, you can't give her that information. Because I'm telling you, like, from my experience, it's gotten to the point where, in general, like someone I'm talking to having been with a celebrity, or like we stop talking and they get with a celebrity, like that's just like a thing, okay? And the thing is, mind you, this is how I found out like how easy it was, okay? Like, there's this girl, she barely had any sort of following on IG. I don't think she had any other sort of accounts or anything. One day she just like started tweaking and aired out everyone who was in her DMs, everyone who was talking to her. Mind you, at the time I was one of them, all right? But then a bunch of celebrities, rappers, bro, when I tell, okay, I'm not, okay, he's passed, and I'm not telling you like who I'm talking about, so I don't think this is bad. But when I tell you the amount of women that I've talked to where King Von was in their DMs before he passed, I swear, like it's like I'm like, bro, how did this guy have the time? But you know, the even crazier thing, and look, this is not me like airing out dirty laundry. I'm just saying, apparently King Von, very nice man, very, very respectful to these women. So like, good for him. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, him of all people, like they're all like, oh man, he's just the sweetest guy. But anyways, all the DMs getting aired out right now. At the time, I think I'm probably like 19, 18 maybe, and basically, I don't know. I feel like my mind could have went one to two ways. It could have been like, oh my gosh, this girl I'm talking to, she's talking to these celebrities. Oh no. But then it was like me realizing like, oh, I'm like amongst the ranks. You know what I mean? Like I'm on the same level. You know what I mean? Just romantically. Like, obviously, at that point, I hadn't even had TikTok. So like, obviously, more money, more status. But I'm like, as far as like the fact that like they have this money and status, and I'm still appealing to her the same way, like we're still having like these like tight conversations, like that's tight. And luckily, me and her hadn't really talked about pop culture. And here's the thing, I feel like most women who like deal with a lot of people like that avoid talking about pop culture because they don't want things like this to happen. But I could see some being like very evil and kind of like baiting you into saying certain things. Like, one time I was talking to this girl, and we were talking about like this very big like music artist, right? And like she was kind of trying to like steer the conversation like about him. And I was like, oh yeah, like I think his music's good. Like, you know, some people like think he's like the best, some people think he's the worst. Like, I think he makes like good music. I think it's solid. And then like it got to a point in conversation, she's like, oh yeah, me and him have actually like done stuff before. And I'm like, oh okay. But the thing is, imagine if I would have glazed, like imagine if that was like one of my like favorite rappers or favorite singers or whatever, and I started glazing, and then she said that. How do you socially recover from that? And again, those are the kinds of situations where it's like, oh my gosh, like if something happens between us, she could always say, oh, like I messed with his favorite rapper. So I'm telling you this right now, bro, like if you're really into an artist, keep it low key. Keep it low key as possible, or you have to be very prepared for it to backfire. Now, personally, it's never happened to me yet, but the thing is, this kind of just on the side, sometimes I glaze because I think it's like really funny. You know what I mean? Like, I glaze like certain, like there'll be like videos I have, like I'm gonna make a video where I'm like glazing like JPEG Mafia, right? And I know people keep asking for it. I promise you it's gonna happen. But it's like, in doing something like that, I know like anybody I used to talk to could go smash like JPEG Mafia and then kind of like try to like rub it in my face. So it's like, emotionally, you got to be prepared for that. It's like, okay, yeah, that's my favorite rapper. If it happened, it happened. You know, power to both of you. But also, I have the backing of like, this is my content. You know what I mean? This is how I make the bread. This is how I make the bucks. But what I'm talking about is in the day to day. Like like me and you have an in-person conversation, you
Hold up, bro. While he's talking about this, like, look at this, bro. This one dude, bro. Oh my god, bro. Like, he's just so funny, bro. Like, his pics so far. His pics are so far. Like this one, he might be hiding some comments, bro. A weirdo. But his picture's so tough. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, is that ever Goins? Oh my god.
most likely won't see me glazing anybody unless it's LeBron, okay? But LeBron's just a different beast. Bro has literally the most points ever. I'm not gonna, I simply couldn't not glaze him. But an example I'm giving you is, I remember, I got like tons of stories like this. Basically, this one girl, one time, like she called me out of the blue, okay? Like me and her were like talking, but like super casual, right? Like nowhere near anything like monogamous. And she called me and like we were like talking, right? And like it was kind of random conversation just for a couple minutes. I'm like, okay, like what? Like it's kind of weird, but like I'm okay. Like obviously it wasn't like too weird. But anyways, eventually she hung up, and then she texted me later that she was with some guy, and one of my videos came up on his For You page, and he was like, "Oh, I love this guy, so funny, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Oh yeah, like I know him personally," and he was like, "No, you don't." Like, he didn't believe her. So then she called me to like prove that like she knew me and whatnot. And he was like, apparently like, oh, like he was freaking out when it was happening. I'm telling you right now, if I was that guy, and some girl that I was trying to get with had very clearly gotten with this person that I'm actively glazing, I might lose it. I might lose it. Because again, you gotta remember, he had nothing to gain from that. He was just glazing for the love of the game. Which, by the way, if bro's watching this, I appreciate him. But like, you know what I mean though? Also, there's this other guy where basically, I'm trying to remember the story. He was telling some girl, I don't know how he came up. I think he sent her one of my TikToks. For one, why? There's some TikToks where it's like, bro, I don't know which one it was, but some TikTok videos I make, they're not meant to be sent to someone you're trying to woo. But anyways, old girl, after he sent the TikTok, she was like, oh, he's hot. Now here's the thing. Again, that goes with the celebrity crush thing. Not that I'm some A-lister, but my point is like, oh, I'm this person on the internet that has kind of like a following. I'm still a very real person. Like I still have very real access to your girl if it came down to it. I could get in the DM request. You're like, at the time, like that's what I'm talking about. So basically, she said that, and then he was like, oh, well, he would never give you the time of day, blah, blah, blah. He's just trying to neg her, like, oh, yeah, he would never get with you, blah, 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 blah. Then she ended up thirst commenting, and then, you know, we kind of, like, started, like, actually talking after that. So, like, now imagine being that guy. Like, imagine straight up, like, imagine, like, after, like, glazing, you know what I mean? You send her to TikTok. Yeah, he would never give you a chance. And then I end up giving her a chance. That's why, okay, that's why he's saying, if you're dealing with an attractive person, you should absolutely be worried. But, like, even if you think you're dealing with someone who, like, for whatever reason you don't think is, like, a bombshell, like, the most attractive person ever, if they're, like, if they're conventionally attractive enough, bro, be careful. Be careful. Bro, you have seen these NBA players and like who it comes out that like they sleep with. Not even lookers half the time. It's literally just like putting themselves in the right spots. Like women who put themselves in the right spots can sleep with almost anybody. My thing is, I simply don't think you want to be in those shoes. Okay, I got one more story for you. Okay, this is a little one. This guy, like he used to DM me, like asking like how he could get like me. You know what I mean? Like he was like, oh man, like I want to be like you, like ah, la, la. Like some people. Okay, here's the thing. Some people will comment stuff like, oh, like who actually comes to you for advice? Oh, like who actually like says these things to you? Yada yada yada. I'm telling you, my DM requests. They're on that type of timing, okay? Some of them are on that type of timing, okay? Obviously, not all my followers are on that. But anyway, this dude's like, oh, how can I get like you? How can I get like you? And I kind of just like, because I don't know what to tell people. Like, and like I said that before, like I don't know if what I am is attainable for like the average person. So I kind of just ignored it. And then I was talking to this girl, and she was like showing me her exes. Bro was one of the exes. And I'm like, I didn't have the heart to tell her in the moment, but low-key, I should have told her. I should have told her just off like vibes. Like, I should have told her so she knew that like I was up here, okay? But the thing is, imagine I did tell her, and imagine you were that guy, okay? And it's like I knew like he was glazing me, and now she knows, or she would have known like that he was like glazing me. Like, you see how the glazing thing becomes an issue when it's like actual like people that can be in the world? Like, yes, in theory, LeBron could like negotiate his way into like someone's like DMs and like, you know, like maybe. But for one, I'm hoping LeBron's a loyal man so I can stand him like extra hard. But also, bro's kind of like 40. So hopefully he wouldn't be messing with women our age. Like, you see how that's a bit different? Like, obviously, glazing in general is dangerous because he's still, like I said, he's still, like, if he wanted to, like, DM somebody, he could DM them, okay? But my point is, there's dangers to glazing. So it's even more, especially, oh, if you're, like, gonna glaze, like, an underground rapper, oh, bro, come on. Like, simply don't let it happen. And even like, glazing when it comes to, like, certain, like, women will, like, glaze, like, men as far as, like, being in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be like, oh, like, this guy, I bet he treats her so well, yada, 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 just for whatever reason. And a lot of those men, some of those men.
Did that girl
aren't
dub
loyal.
me
Look,
out
I'm not
of
gonna say too much. I'm just
spite?
gonna say there's certain situations where people are being glazed, and I'm like, bro, if they knew, like, if they knew what this man got down to, yeah, you gotta understand, you don't know these people in real life, okay? So again, like glazing in any
She said life is cruel, and I responded with the crying emoji.
aspect, like, yeah, you can like glazing someone's cool, but again, glazing someone in a relationship, and again, think about glazing like some even, bro, even glazing your girl can be dangerous. Okay, I've seen it happen. We've all seen it happen, probably. Like, I know this video's kind of scattered and all over the place, but like, do you get my point? Like, do you see how it's like you kind of got to be careful? Now, mind you, this is not me asking you guys to stop glazing me. I know I just told you like some cautionary tales. Maintain the glaze, all right? But like, other than me, bro, watch out for those dudes. And again, I don't know who has to prove it to you, but just remember, anybody in theory in the day and age of social media, anybody has access to anybody. So be very careful, you know, unless your significant other's like really ugly and you just know they won't have the opportunity, then fine, I just have at it, I guess. But if you're with someone that you deem to be attractive, remember, other people deem her to be attractive too, or deem him to be attractive too. So don't get too comfortable. Do not get too comfortable. And think about the optics, okay? Think about the optics of your glazing too. Like my thing is, I don't care for like whatever status like this woman has. And I feel like I don't want to say it's rare glazing, just very embarrassing. So it's just like I'm not gonna say overall like stop glazing, but just like keep it in mind. Do not put in the atmosphere. Like, and this is so serious. Like I know like people think glazing's like a funny type, but look me nice. Don't put in the atmosphere that anybody is better than you in any way. Like truly. Like, do I think that there are men that exist? Have I seen men that exist in this world? Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just drank this whole thing of water in like 2 seconds. Are there men in the world that I think are more handsome than me? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen them. I have eyes. Would I ever tell you who these men are? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You could take the most attractive man that you've ever seen in your life, someone who's like objectively more handsome than me in your opinion, right? And ask me like, oh, like how do you feel like your guys' looks compare? I'd be like, I'm sure we both have our moments. It'll be like pretty close. Like I'm not gonna hand myself defeat, because if you put yourself below someone, you're going to be below them. You know what I mean? Like there can never be a situation, even when it doesn't come to like, like romantic situations. There would never be able to be a situation where if I'm like, oh, so-and-so's handsomer than me, that like I could just like take it back. You know what I mean? And take away the power. Imagine if I was like Duke Dennis is handsomer than me. I genuinely don't think that's true, by the way. But anyway, if I'm like Duke Dennis is handsomer than me, and I somehow meet Duke Dennis, and he like somehow like caught wind that I said that. Like, you know how weird the vibes are gonna be. Like, bro, like this dude doesn't believe me. This dude's out here saying like I'm not even like in that situation. It would take so much more for me to like claw back. You know?
It's probably hate, not glaze. Oh yeah, bro, you see that, dude? How do you reflect? I ain't 31, bro. I got the patrol fed up. Ain't 31. Crack up, boy. Para pé.
What the fuck?
What you got?
Is it LeBron?
Yes, LeBron. Ain't that our ball?
How is this worse than what I said?
Ain't that
our ball?
Kasha. Oh, you want some dog shit?
But look though, I brought this from home. I ain't no drinker. Yeah.
No!
What's going on? They say shoot. Dude, they didn't stop with you.
Okay, I gotta be careful. He really 31. Bro, but like, nah, like, why'd he wipe the military photos off the internet? I was gonna thank him for his service. Whoa.
Y'all. Oh, yo, what's good, you man? It's your boy. Y'all, I feel it. Y'all. It's your boy, Duke Dennis, man. And we back, you know what I'm saying, with another day.
Never mind. He was playing with Poor Boy Sin. We're
Upload,
locked.
you know what I'm saying? Grind, you know what I'm saying? We haven't missed a day in February yet. And we ain't gonna miss no days, you know what I'm saying? No days off. We gonna grind to this 100K. Now, we hit 83K? 83,000, bro. We hit 83,000. So that means we got 17K until...
Videos.
So 100K. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep grinding. Now let's get right into it, bro. Let's get right into it. Now I wanna do something a little different. Stand up, do what you gotta do, and you will be home in a couple months.
Where he was like, right? He was like, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Now listen, bro. I wasn't being no bitch, bro. But this was my first time being away from home, bro. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was away from home. I had a bald head. I was cold. I was.
Think of it.
lonely. Who wouldn't be homesick already?
Yeah, he was homesick, and then he like, I don't even know, bro. He like got kicked out the
we couldn't say a
army or
word.
something.
We couldn't say
No.
a word, bro, because you know what I'm saying. They was gonna yell at us. They was gonna make us do push. And like out of nowhere, bro, the drill sergeant start yelling at the other dude beside me. He's saying stuff like, "Who the fuck you think you is, bro? You think just cause you big, I won't fold you up? You think this? You think that, bro?" He is literally spitting in this man's face, yelling at him. And bro, out of nowhere, bro, the dude start crying. The dude start crying, bro.
That's fire. Or no.
And I already knew that. Like I told y'all, it was about to be the worst decision I ever made to go to the army. So
but
it was hard, bro. It was hard, but
crying.
I finally got through basic training. I met some life, you know what I'm saying, long time, lifelong friends that I never forget, that I still talk to this day. Why I got out the army was, man. Hold on. I missed the part. Hold on. All right, so you know what I'm saying, when I got to Germany, I was real lonely. I was feeling like the same way I did when I first joined the army. You know what I'm saying? I was real lonely. So once again, you know what I'm saying,
nah, bro, I don't believe you, bro. I did. You have kids now.
decided to get
Allegedly. Yeah, that's not a good look, bro. Okay, bye-bye, train.